Now this thing is very special. Look at this beautiful Renault 5. Welcome back to another video. I've only just got out of bed. 7 o'clock. We are at 10 of the best 2023. And if anyone who's followed the journey of the Twin Engine Corsa will know that this event was the sole reason why I built the car. Unfortunately, as things go, when we loaded it on the trailer yesterday, ran perfect. No problems, rev drove, no issues whatsoever. We've took it off the trailer and the front engine's struggling to rev. So we think it's crank sensor. So we're gonna have a go fixing the crank sensor. If not, we're here having some fun. We're just gonna run on the back engine, see how the weekend pans out. So let's see how the day goes. So people who don't know 10 the best, this is what it's all about. You've got everything from a Fiat 500, 300 horsepower to probably 1,000 horsepower Evo. You name it, you've got it. The event was always to do with the best tuners and builders in the country would bring their project cars to this event and battle them out for the winner. So it was, for me, this was the original built, not bought event. All the big names in the day would fight. Still coming, Jeff Ludgate in his Skyline. Just had everything. Every single type of car would battle against every other type of car. It was a brilliant event and still is today. We're back running Saab steel crank sensor. I normally slag Saabs off for being the council estate conversion, but I'll take it all back and I apologise. We can hit the limiter, so we're going out with both engines for the first time. I'm excited because, like I've said, this is 10 of the best and it's the event I've always wanted to run, but it's still 7:30 and I'm knackered. But let's get the car prepped and let's get on the strip. This is why I like the event. This is a Vauxhall Viva, but underneath is a full 4x4 Subaru floor pan. Looking forward to see this go. We have done run number 1, super happy. I've made it to 10 of the best and I've finally ticked it off the list. Didn't really go to plan as per the in-car footage will show you. I stalled on the line, had to restart, and then what happened was I think one of the engines, I can't remember which one because it all goes too fast in the car, one of the engines started spinning, so I had to back off the throttle to get the other one to catch up. Then I went through. It still wavered, as we know with the bump steer. Because I had so much room on the runway, I kept in it and I enjoyed it. Hopefully she'll stay together. She's doing well at the moment. Touch wood, everything's going good. Today is looking awesome. Now this thing is very special. The man's smiling because he knew we were coming. It is, look, just I don't need to introduce it. Look at the work that's gone into this. It has won 10 of the best handling, 2 years on the run. He's coming back for the third win in the hat trick. It's a K-swap. Watch the channel. This is coming very, very soon. Again, weird and wonderful things that come to these events. Astra Mark III, Saab powered, 4-wheel drive with full Haldex gearbox, rear diff, link ECU. I think at some point we're going to meet up with Tom, who owns the vehicle, and do a full video on it. Shows you that you have this type of thing, Type R, you have everything. What I class as built not bought cars are at this event. Jeff Ludgate's legendary cars going up now. Look at this beautiful Renault 5. This is awesome. This takes me right back to the max power days. This is, and I remember it very, very well, this was a Skeet Motorsport body kit. It was like I would say the dimmer rip-off, but I'll never forget it because the first Max Power magazine I ever bought had the Ski Motorsport bright orange Golf on the cover, and it showed pictures of the Ski Motorsport Renault 5, which was ironically in this green colour. So to be at a performance event in a wide arch Renault 5 in a sea of high performance cars, this is why 10 of the best is the best event in the UK today. So I've been able to dive in the Renault 5 and have a good look. Like I say, this was what it was all about back in the day. The seats, the body kits, everything about it. It's amazing. Original clocks. Never think you'd see this at a drag event. Obviously, full show cage, but what an amazing car. Just an original Renault 5, bringing it back from, like I say, the Max Power era, with obviously the full wide arch body kit, barbette wheels. This was the epitome of Max Power cover cars back in the early 90s. Now this is super cool. Also on the Wasner stand with my little twin engine. Golf Mark 1, it's got an R32 turbo engine in, carbon wings, carbon bonnet. This is a stunning little build. If you don't mind, I'd love to have a look. Stunning. Look at how stunning that is. Amazing. Thank you very much. Let's have a look. So we've just done second run, came to the end of the run, horrendous noise, like something who seriously give up. Pulled over, I think the water pump's playing up, but I'm going to look at that. But at the moment, if you look down, so the rose joint there holds the alternator on. That little nipple there was the other way and is catching on the fan of the alternator. That's what's making it sound horrendous. So I flipped it around, we're going to check the water pump and fingers crossed we'll be back out this afternoon. So we tried to retension it, as you'll have seen. That is not the fault, and this is what happens with drag cars and why you have to nut and bolt check them. That's the bolt for the alternator, so that explains why it was rattling, because the alternator is just slightly moved and it's catching. So luckily we found the bolt, I can put it back together and we should be good to go. Look at these washed up has-beens here. Anyone wants to see Rusty out and Ian Mills out, you need to give him a shout. Come on Ian Mills, get your car out, come on. These are the older generation, these two. So as part of being with Wasner, we've ended up having a bit of a weekend with engine tuner guys. Let's just say, wow. So this is what you call, in the industry, a nitrous backfire. So this is a 1,000 horsepower Subaru with a bit of nitrous on top for spooling, but the solenoids have been leaking. So as he's been sat in the queue to go, he's ignited the engine and kaboom, blew all the nitrous. Look. It's blown the full end tank off, it's peeled the base of the end tank off, some of the end tank's still attached to the boost pipe. Look at the carnage. So this is kind of the what can happen if you have a nitrous leak. A lot of supercars turn up to race on the Sunday. Out of all the front-wheel drive handling cars, this is running in second place, and it is just a standard 1.4 turbo with a remap. So let's watch this launch and let's see how we can get on today and hopefully win the class. This has been around for many, many years. This is fast. I remember this because it has massive sidewall tyres and it would bounce around constantly on launch. Clark representing the Corsa Bs. This is a consistent 10-second car. The rain has just stopped playing. Everyone's been diving under the gazebos. Fingers crossed it'll start drying up and I'll get out. Love to just get one, so then I've ran both days. So sun's arrived, just drained the catch tank because I've not done it in months. Well, I haven't. Jamie's done the hard work in the catch tank. We've drained it. I'm literally going to get suited and booted. I'm not expecting to set any records because there's no grip, but hey, we're here, we're having some fun, we're going to enjoy it. Let's get out on the track and see how we get on. So we've just done third run, went again as bad as the rest, no grip in second, just about ramping in the boost in third. It is what it is, we've attended. Now we're going to call it a day, and the reason being, there's a bit of oil in the cap. So as much as the car's running and it's technically not overheating, we're not going to risk it. The car runs, it drives, we're not going to break it just to try and basically break no records because of the surface and the grip. Done the event, the car's in one piece, it's done 3 runs, not really broke on me, it's going to go on the trailer, and successful weekend. So this is going to be super interesting. They are best mate and they are arguing over literally 0.2 of a mile an hour. So they're finishing the day going head to head, so let's see who's going to be the winner. Ryan Lane wins. He is going to be spewing. So I'm going to sign this video off. 10 of the best, 2023 completed. The car, both engines are still running. There is some maintenance to work to do. People might think an head gasket isn't maintenance, but unfortunately on these type of high-strung engines, head gaskets and that type of thing is technically maintenance. Fingers crossed we'll get it done this week because we've got another event next weekend. So what can I say? 10 of the best, for me, is still the best race event around. Just because of the variety of cars, difference, the home-built heroes, it is fantastic. Massive thank you for Wasner for supporting us and sponsoring me, getting me to the show and all that type of thing, the hospitality. I also want to say thank you to my pit crew Jamie, who's been by my side all weekend, helped me with the car, running the car, towed the caravan, all that type of thing. Couldn't have done it without him. Success all round. Turn this video off and I'll see you all on the next video.